So I'm sure by now you guys are absolutely tired of seeing videos in your sub box that are like, can 100 people stop the train? Or, can this object derail the train? And needless to say, there's been a wide overboard of those sort of videos here on YouTube. And what's interesting is, for the most part, nothing happens to the train. Like, it'll just phase through all the objects, or if there is something that the train actually makes contact with, it's just gonna go straight through. Nothing you can do with a GTA 5 single player mod is going to be able to stop you from derailing the train. Like a Hellcat. And what I'm going to be telling you guys in this video today is that there's actually 2 instances in single player where you can stop the train, and there's actually a spot in online where the train actually stops itself. So I actually got the idea for this video. Today we're going to be looking at a couple instances where, yes, the train does stop, or you can stop the train by yourself. And it is actually pretty interesting. So it's actually cool. The 3 ways we're going to be looking at today involve a cutscene, involve single player free mode, and Grand Theft Auto Online free mode as well. So let's start with the single player cutscene, and that actually begins in the mission Derailed. Now, the mission Derailed is one of my favorite from GTA 5 single player because it reminds me of that mission where you, CJ, and Big Smoke are chasing the train in GTA San Andreas. It kind of had that sort of feel to it, and basically the mission is pretty self-explanatory. You, Trevor, basically take over the train, and what you do is you just run it head on into another train. So you have to like drive it for a couple minutes, and then all of a sudden he'll phone Michael and say, you're ready to go here, and then boom, all of a sudden you're going to see this explosion of 2 trains colliding with each other on this bridge. And that is the first instance in the game of the train actually getting derailed, destroyed, blown up, whatever you want to call it. And it's actually a pretty fun mission. If you play on any of the systems, you can go back and replay it. It is a blast. I'm not really too sure what Trevor and Michael were doing. I think they were trying to get some sort of cargo inside of the train itself. But nonetheless, that is the first way in which you can actually derail the train, although by default in this super fun mission. Now, let's talk about how you can do it in Grand Theft Auto 5's single player free mode. So there's actually 13 parachute missions in Grand Theft Auto 5 story mode, and you want to look for one that is super close to Mount Chiliad. I'll show it on the map right now so you guys can see it. Basically, the plot line of this parachute jump is that the pilot of this helicopter tells you, like, yo, there's a train about to come through here. It would be super awesome if you could land on it. So that's basically your objective. It is a super easy parachute drop, and there's something about this train that makes it different from the rest, and you guys will see that in a little bit. So it's pretty easy. All you have to do is complete the mission by jumping down and landing on one of the train carts, and it should tell you, you did it successfully. Everything is all good. And what you want to do from there is either wait till the train goes out of the tunnel or simply do it whenever. It doesn't really matter. But if you place a couple sticky bombs on the front part of the train where like the captain would sit or wherever the person piloting the train would normally be, you can actually blow this up. Now, there is no one inside, so it's kind of like a ghost train. I don't really know who's driving this or whatnot, but you can blow up the train and it will actually stop and semi-derail. So you guys can see what I did right there. I put some sticky bombs on the front of the train and I detonated those sticky bombs, and boom, that train has completely stopped. It hasn't disappeared. It hasn't done anything. No, the train has just stopped. So this is a way you can stop the train in Grand Theft Auto 5 to kind of put all the other videos and rumors to rest. You don't need any crazy mods or anything like that. You can simply do it with this parachute jump, and yes, the train will actually stop. And you can see the explosion and the black that takes over the train body of the car itself. It's taken a lot of damage here, which is obviously pretty interesting. Now, we're not done there. A lot of people would stop there, but you can actually blow up every single bit of this train. So that includes the kind of cargo cars on the back. So I was just playing around here and I ended up opening up one of the doors, which was super weird. So you could actually see inside of this train cart itself, but you couldn't actually go inside. There was no way for my character, Franklin, to get inside here, and there was no way for him to be able to get inside or play around. It was almost like an invisible force field that was stopping me from getting inside here. And you can blow up everything else as well. There's like a gas canister container on the back. So if you want to do that, you totally can. But that right there is the one true way in which you can stop the train without any crazy mods or out in any crazy things like putting a bunch of people on the tracks. And it actually does stop. It doesn't phase through anyone. It doesn't, do anything like that. It legitimately stops, which is pretty cool. And it's funny because that's all we needed to do when so many people were doing these ridiculous challenges trying to get it to stop the train. Now, you might be asking, what about Grand Theft Auto Online? Is there any way to stop the train in online? And no, there isn't. We've done some like fun live streams where I've just, put a bunch of dump trucks or big Pegasus vehicles on the train track. And no, the train isn't going to stop for anything in online, but there is a spot where it does stop. So I actually kind of discovered this on live stream the other day. And this is something crazy. Grand Theft Auto Online and GTA 5 have been out for 3 years, and I'm learning stuff every day. I did not know the train actually stopped in online, and it stops at this location right here, which I'll show you guys on the map. It's kind of this like train control center, which is kind of cool. And a couple days ago on live stream, I was trying to get one of the new bikes onto the train track, and I noticed that it actually stopped at this location. I was like, whoa, I did not know that was a thing. So it stops for about 30 to 45 seconds, which is kind of cool. I don't know what the actual train is doing, or if it has a purpose for stopping, or if Rockstar just wanted it to stop whenever it does that. But I think it takes about 20 or 30 minutes for the train to make a full lap around the map. So that's how often it stops, which is not that often. So probably like maybe 20 times a day in Grand Theft Auto Online. So I thought that was pretty cool. And although you're not derailing the train, it stops on its own. So you don't really have a need to try and stop it. So anyways, I hope you didn't go into this video thinking that I was going to tell you some like crazy mod that would stop the train or anything like that, because there's no need. There's no need to stack 100 people in front of it. There's no need to put like an invincible object, because really I think those videos are dumb and the train just phases through them. So this is how the train actually stops in Grand Theft Auto 5, and where it actually pauses for a little bit in Grand Theft Auto Online. So hopefully you thought this video was cool. I certainly did. I learned a thing or two, and the game's been out for 3+ years, which I always think is exciting. So as always, let me know your thoughts, opinions, and more in the comment section down below. I once again thought this video was pretty interesting, especially with all the crazy amounts of can this stop the train video that have recently been going on in Grand Theft Auto Online. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. If you guys did go and enjoy the video, though, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.